My name's Helen, I'm the Diddy Stitcher. My pronouns are she, her. It is Friday the 7th of July today. It's a beautiful day. I have the window open and I can hear the magpies screeching at each other, so apologies if you can hear that. I can also hear the school across the road. I think is having their sports day because I've just heard a lot of cheering and screaming of small children. So if you hear that in the background, I do apologise, but here we go. So I've just been getting ready to film, and if you've been here before, you know that I like to pull a tarot card at the beginning, and I don't always look at it before. I like to do a good shuffle before I start filming. Excuse me, but I don't always look at it beforehand. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's just kind of how it feels. And so I've pulled today, and I've pulled the Page of Pence, but reversed. And I don't think I've ever, not just on Flosstube, but maybe when I've been pulling for somebody else, but not for me, that I've pulled a card in reverse. So then I thought, oh, my deck's just upside down. Nope, this is the only card that is reversed in the deck. So the book that I usually read from is not the book that comes with this deck. This is the book. It's called Tarot No Questions Asked by Teresa Reed. And I like this book. It's a very good book, but no reverse meanings in this book. So I found the little black book that comes with this deck. Again, no reversed. And then I have another book called Tarot for Beginners that came with another deck that I sometimes use. This one's by Christina Arcati. And so this was the only book. I'm sure I could find more online, but to read you a reversed meaning for this card. So yeah, I'll read you what's supposed to be the right reason, but yeah, I've actually pulled the card in reverse, so we'll see. So this is the Page of Pentacles. A card of study, research, and desire for knowledge. We may be embarking on a period of learning to enhance our career prospects, or alternatively, we may be meeting someone whose love of learning and quest of new ideas will help us on our way. Often this card can indicate someone who we may meet by chance and bring us about the possibility of advancement, promotion, or success. The page in all situations is generally someone who is relatively young, and this card is promising for youngsters within his family situation, especially for those who are interested in studying commerce or business management. It is also a good card for anyone in the fitness professions. It's a healthy and happy card. Good news is suggested by this card, possibly extra money by way of a windfall or legacy. A hobby or interest could turn into something profitable. Sounds like a good card. I should have held it that way. Sounds like a good card. But we got the opposite. So should this card be reversed, there could be money difficulties and problems with young people in the home. Who may become rebellious and demanding. I have a 3-year-old. Sounds about right. The card can also warn of the necessity to face facts and dismiss ideas which are merely flights of fancy and which have no logic. We could ignore the warnings. Losses could be the result. We should also watch for someone who is totally unreliable. Wow. Money difficulties and rebellious toddlers. Those two go hand in hand because I just fought for my life. Not really, but in getting tickets to Bluey's big play. Wow. Okay, can you just calm down, please? Oofta. Yeah, everybody's been in queues to buy Taylor Swift tickets. I was in a queue to buy Bluey's Big Play tickets. And let me tell you, Bluey's Big Play has put me in financial difficulties. Wow, yeah, I never had a reverse card before. I've seen lots of people get them. It's not a weird thing. Okay. That's tarot. Let me know if you get reversed cards, if you pull, what you think about them, how they make you feel, because I feel a bit discombobulated right now. Yeah, on with the stitching. So, what I'm loving. So, Wimbledon started on Monday. It's now Friday, so we're week 1 into Wimbledon. I think we're still a bit behind because we had a lot of rain on. I'm saying we as if I'm there, like, but I just love Wimbledon. On Tuesday, I think barely anything got played, so we're a bit behind on the schedule. But it's great, loving it. I can't remember people's names, players' names, apart from like the big ones, but there was a brilliant match last night. Rebikner and French player Corbe, I can't remember the name. But there, if you know tennis, there was like 12 advantage points in one game. Like, it just kept knocking back and forth, and it was really good. And then the French player fell over, did a really bad fall, really it looked like she hurt her hip, and then the trainer came out and bandaged her knee, and it looked like she was really struggling, but she fought on. She lost the match, but Rebikon is the defending champion, so it was gonna be a hard match anyway. But it was a shame to see it like that. But yeah, loving Wimbledon. Other thing I'm loving is my new glasses. I feel like a 6-year-old. Love it. So I said in my last video that I've still got something going on with my eye. I'm not allowed to wear my contacts, so I thought I'd buy some new glasses. So I got these ones. I think I got duped because I ordered them like online, a place I'd never been before. Usually I like buy them from my optician, but since I didn't need an eye test, I was just like, oh, I know my prescription, I'll just buy them online. And then I got the little tracker, shipping tracker, and it was from FedEx. And in the UK, we don't really use FedEx a lot, unless it's coming international. And then I looked at at where it was coming from, and it was a province in China. So I'm not too happy. The website looked legit. I'm not sure of the source of these glasses, but they do the job for having to wear glasses continuously for 6 weeks. I think I'm probably 3 weeks in now. But I also got some prescription sunglasses because it's summer and I need sunglasses and I can't see. And I've never had prescription sunglasses before. But yeah, I think they're really cute. They're like rainbowy, like yellow, orange, and then green, blue, purple, back to orange somewhere around here. I feel super cute. What I'm not loving is threads. I think it launched yesterday. And because you're on Instagram, it immediately says, oh, do you want to make a Threads account? And I thought I would just Yeah, okay. And it is just basically Twitter, as far as I can see, and I don't like Twitter. I'm on there if you want to follow me. I don't know if I'll end up posting if I figure it out. Just social media. Meh. Maybe I'll leave it a while for things to settle down, because I think I got it quite early, because I think I was up quite early yesterday, and I just immediately go on Instagram, and then it immediately says, do you want to make your Threads account? And obviously there wasn't a lot of people on it then, so I was getting very random things on my board. Leeds United, I think. They must have been hot on the ball, because they were just on my feed, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, 'tis the world at the minute. Okay, I don't know how long we're in, and I haven't even talked about stitching. So stitching finishes. I haven't had any finishes this week, but I can finally show you my finish that I did for Roz Clark Crafts. Launched her new pattern that I model stitched, and here it is. Yeah, I was really proud of this one. To do it for someone and help them with the pattern like that. And I'm really, really pleased. So I will link it down below that you can go buy it. But Roz has kindly will send a copy to one of my viewers. So we'll do a little giveaway, but you have to stick around to the end to find out how, okay? Okay, so whips. I keep forgetting to say this directly, but I have a Notion app. It's on the computer as well, but it's like Excel on steroids. It's amazing. So I have all that set up for all of my projects, past and present and future and everything. So if I'm talking about something and you want to see more details on it, you can follow the link and look at all of my whips. You can see all of the details to do with it. You can see pictures that I've uploaded, progress pictures, everything like that. So that will always be linked down below. It's just a view only version of it, so but you can still filter it how you want, and everything should show. But if you've got any questions that you want to ask directly, do so in the comments, and I'll be happy to help. But just so you know, it's always there with all of the info for everything. So whip. So last time I showed you, this is Moe Imperial by Scarlet Quince. So this was, yeah, I showed you it last week, and I just wanted to finish this little corner. And I did. That was it. It didn't take too long. I think I got it done maybe that day. So yeah, that is finished, and now my Imperial and her sister White Star are now kind of roughly in the same place, so I can work on them more evenly as I go. But yeah, that was that. This is 18 count Ada, 2/1. It's full of blends and massively confetti heavy. But I love it. I love it. She's lovely. I love her face. Yes, that was Moe. And the next one that I planned to work on was Miss Lynette Linen. This one? Yes. This is by The Primitive Hair. It's a series of 4 animals in dresses of different fibre. Yeah, fibre. So this is where I got up to. I did a lot here. This is on 32 count, I think. Is a linen. Is it a linen? Is it an even weave? Can't remember. It's in my Notion down below. And I think I tea dyed it and then coffee splattered this, so it's got that lovely mottled, looks moldy, but in a good way. I did a lot of this. I sat watching Michelle Bendy's live mid-year whip parade for 4 hours. It was great. I did a lot of stitching here. I think I figured out the up to here and across, because this is just like one big square of stitching. In this square there's like 2,000 stitches, and then kind of if you put this bit down in here, I've probably done that. So yeah, I think last time I showed you I was talking about my colour choices, and I was worried because I'm just doing a complete colour conversion. You see, it's very, very muted, and I just wanted it to be a little bit funkier. And I was worried about my my colour choices. This is like this is Antique Rose by Gast. Or Classic Colourworks. I can't remember. And this is just Rust. So it's like a pink and an orange, and then these end bits of her sleeves are a darker red pink that I used in the previous two that I stitched. And I wasn't too sure on the colours. I think now that this is joined up, and now that it's starting to look like a dress rather than just a square of stitching, I'm liking it more. And Michelle did say that she approved of the colour choice. So that's it. I can't dispute it anymore. If Michelle has given me her blessing, I have to. That's it. There's no argument. So yeah, really enjoying this now that I've worked out the colour situation, and it's starting to look more like a dress rather than just absolute solid colour. This is a little hoop that she's holding because she's linen. So each of them are holding like something relative to what they're representing. So it's supposed to be filled in with white, I think, but I think I'm going to leave it the linen colour that it is, and it's charted for some embroidery, like some, can't remember what they're called, like the little rose where you put like 5 points and then you just wrap your thread around it. I should do those. But yeah, really loving this. Just so much stitching, so much solid stitching. But when you're sat watching a 4-hour whip parade, that's when you get these kind of solid stitching done. So I'm happy about that. And then next planned, I'm gonna run out of room. The next planned whip is, oh shoot, I just like knocked my needle minder and I've lost, no, I haven't lost any needles, don't worry. I'll put that back on. Okay. This is Cabin in the Woods by Saki Girl. Saucy. I talked about this last time. Not sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to say Saki because that's what we say here in Blighty. So yeah, excuse all the parked threads. As you see on my my full coverage, my moe, I don't park on full coverage. I can park on not full coverage. Because it kind of gives me a bit, I just can't, my brain doesn't compute it on full coverage, and there's so many colours on that full coverage, it's too many. So this is just like, there's more tree to do up here, but I want to get more of the leaves of the tree filled in before I go further up and that kind of thing. So anyway, this is yeah, Cabin in the Woods by Saki Girl. It's on the Cold Fall fabric that I don't use anymore. I'm using the Mrs. Sadis silk pack conversion. It's beautiful. Michelle was working on something with Mrs. Sadis and she said, oh, it's like butter. It's like butter. And it is. It's gorgeous. I highly recommend trying out Mrs. Sadis if you haven't already. I did sit yesterday at some point. Like, because it just comes as one continuous, like, hank. Is this called a hank when it's that kind of small? Anyway, I've like put them into individual threads now, so they're all done. I think a lot of these I won't use a lot of them, a lot of the thread. But you know, then they'll just be put away and I can use them another time and they're already threaded. So yeah, I worked on the tree a little bit more. I did a little bit more up here and then I decided I needed to come down here so I could count out. This is the side of the house. Come on, Helen. Yeah, do a little bit more than tree so I could count to the house. This blue will be the house. Do these flowers and the plant pot and just start filling in there because this is one big ass tree. There's a big ass tree. And I was gonna be like, I'm gonna finish that tree before I do anything else. I'm getting pins and needles. No, so I've decided I'm just gonna do like one thread, two threads a time on the tree, and then you know, fill in like the extra. Actually, let me see, because this is on Pattern Keeper. Oh, hello. Stay over there. So this tree, the colour that's used for the leaves here is only used in this tree in the pattern, and I still have 1,700 stitches to do just on that tree. And actually, if you're interested, just while I've got it up, this is now 8.71% done. This is a big chart. I didn't really realise. I mean, I did for the stitch count, for the length and width, but there are 20,500 stitches. I love it. I love it. So yeah, that was my progress. Not a lot of progress on this one, because you will see why. But happy with the progress that I've gotten on it. So they were my plans from last video that I followed through with. And then things got a little bit crazy. So if you're new here, I like organization. I like rules. And then the other part of my brain likes dopamine chasing. And sometimes that means breaking the rules. But then I have, in order to have the other side of my brain satisfied, I have to then make new rules that I can then work to. So, I've started 6 new things. I don't normally start new things unless I finished one and a project bag becomes available. So I think this all started with getting new project bags. There aren't my usual project bags. So there's a whole story. I don't know if you want to hear it. These are the projects I normally use. These were made by Tracy at Oh So Twinkle Crafts. She's not making them anymore. So I have to find a new supplier of project bags. I've tried a couple off of Etsy, been okay, not thrilled with. I mean, you know, there's nothing against them. But then I was looking at ones that of other people that I watch on Flosstube, and lots of people use like the big like plastic document kind of holders from Amazon. And I was like, maybe I need something like that, because I was looking at my stash and it was all getting kind of a bit wily because I had stuff kitted up, but it was kind of all over the place in my current organization system. So I thought, oh, maybe I could get those and just like corral a little bit of the stash. And I didn't really like the plasticky type ones, and then obviously looking on Amazon you get like suggested different things, so I got suggested these things. So it's still like a document thing, but it's got 2 sleeves in it, and they're quite big. You can fit an A4 pattern in it, and then you've got like a separate little cubby for your threads or whatever. So I thought, oh, that's brilliant. Like that'll be a kit. It's not a project bag, but it's a kit. And then I thought, well, I could use it as a project bag, really. But then my other rule is that each project bag has to have a Q-snap. And, you know, my big projects that I put on my 11x11 Q-snaps, they don't fit in these pockets. But then I've always had this thing of like leaving stuff on Q-snaps. I probably shouldn't do it. I probably should get into a habit of taking them off the Q-snap each time I work on them. But I haven't really got around to it, so I'm waffling. I don't know if anybody knows how my brain works, if anybody's understanding this. So I'm going to blame Michelle. I love me, Michelle. But in a burst of dopamine, I took out all of these that I kitted up into these pockets, put them on the floor and said, I want to do a new start. And this was on one of Michelle's lives. And Michelle picked cinnamon stars. She didn't actually pick this project, but it was just a bag on the floor, and she said, I like that bag. So cinnamon stars. So I started cinnamon stars. I'm like, oh, it's just one project. And I've had it for a while, and I should probably start it. And then there was the whole conversation of what constitutes a start. For some people, it's like 500 stitches. For me, it's 1 stitch. You put 1 stitch in it, you start it. So I had this all kitted up, and this was the thing of like, I had all of the flosses all ready to go. I had the fabric picked out. Why didn't I start it? Why wasn't I starting it? Because it didn't have a project bag. But now it's got this. So is it a project bag? Yeah, I'll see. Maybe I'll just start it and see. So I started this on stream with Michelle and everybody else. And I worked on it a bit more since, but this is my start. This is tiny. And I think that's just like, oh, it's just tiny, and it doesn't need a Q-snap to live with it. So this is 32 count, I think. No, 36 count. Again, it's in my Notion. Don't know. I think this is Flober linen, so it's got those speckles in it. And And so it's the called for, this was the other thing. So it's the called for threads, which I bought, I think at the same time as I bought the chart, just to kit it up. And it's threads that I don't buy anymore. So I was a bit like, oh, should I use them? Should I do a colour conversion for those threads that I don't use anymore? I thought, no, I just have to use them because that's what I bought it for. And it's the same with my Prim animals, like switching out stuff and using that stash that I don't want to use anymore, I don't want to buy any more of, but it's there, like I don't want to waste it, I don't want to throw it away. And so I think this has been kitted up for at least a year, if not more, and it's just sat there and it seems such a shame. So yeah, it's the called for threads, apart from a couple that I did sub when I couldn't find, you know, well, it was probably more than a year ago because it was still in the time where everything was a bit odd with supply chain issues still from COVID. So I got a little start on the house there. If you don't know, this is the pattern. And so I'm doing 1/1. So obviously we won't get much of a stripy variegation. Because there's, you know, you using less thread over a bigger distance. Does that make sense? Anyway. So yeah, I'm happy to have started this now. So I just I borrowed a Q-snap from a different project and then put that Q-snap back with the project. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. You can borrow a Q-snap. Q-snaps don't have to stay with their projects. But yeah, I'm glad I'm doing it now. And then the other thing about these, I mean, I don't really like this, but it doesn't come off. Maybe it does. Maybe I could heat that off. Anyway, it just stands perfectly in my cupboard. It's like the perfect height for that shelf. So it's like another reason why not to. If you can hear banging, it's the recycling truck coming by. So after that, I just went ham. And I started all the things. So the other thing that I had fully kitted, ready to go, and again, I put these silly little rules in place upon myself, and there was no need. Absolutely no need. So this is Chipping Sparrow Biscuit Nest by Crosswind Collection. This is like a series of little biscuits that are nest shaped, which I think is just absolutely fantastic. Now this, so the thing that I love about these, so there's 4 in the series so far. I'm hoping there'll be more. So this is a Chipping Sparrow. Let me see, because I think I wrote down the... Yeah, so this is like the second largest one. There's the Cardinal. So but this is 46 by 46. Cardinal is 60 by 60. There's a Hummingbird, which their nests are tiny, obviously, so that's 32 by 32. And the Yellow Warbler is 42 by 42. So it's sized so that if you stitch them on 28 count, it's as big as the nest would be, I think. Or at least they will be relative size to each other. So this is 46 by 46. The the hummingbird will be smaller than this, because it would be. I'm not sure if it's like actual sized. So yeah, I got to start on this, and it's wrong. This is a piece of fabric. I don't know where I got it from. It was labelled as 28 count in my stash. And if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll see that, you know, everything is labelled and folded and has its own little thing. And I was stitching on this, and I love this fabric. I think it's from the research that I've done now that I know that this isn't 28 count, I think this is a cotton even weave. It is Figart because it's got the orange selvage. But yeah, I was stitching and I was like, oh, it's lovely. And I do use different size needles for different counts of fabric. So the needle was like, it was feeling a bit big, but I was just so excited to stitch this that I didn't really mind. And then I got to the end, to the corner, and I was like, that looks a bit small for this. So I measured, and so it's actually a 35 count. A 28 to a 35 count. I don't know how I didn't realise sooner. So this is a start that will have to be a restart. Without this. And I had this whole piece and I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to fit 4 biscuit nests on there. You know, like 8 pieces, tops and bottoms all together. That would be easy. Nope. So I have a piece of 28 count, and I wanted to do an even weave, so it's like nice. Again, just white because it's full coverage, you won't see it. But yeah, I'm almost kind of glad. Because I did mess up a little bit with the counting, and you can't tell because it's just, this is the nest part, and this is the, you know, supposed to be the tree or whatever that it's sat in. And you wouldn't be able to tell. But I'll just have to start it again. And that's okay. I was a bit miffed with myself because I like it's a paper chart and I love making working copies. And I accidentally highlighted on the original copy. I was so sad with myself. Not the end of the world, but just a thing. But yeah, I'm still classing it as like a start, and I'll just restart it when the 28 count comes. I think it's due to be delivered today. But yeah, I couldn't carry on with the wrong fabric. Sorry if that was loud. Since everything's supposed to be the same and relative, like the size of fabric is kind of important for this one. So yeah, but again, it's like in this bag, which I quite like, and it's like, it's meshy. I'm not sure if it's not like waterproof, because I think it's like, it's just, but it's fine. I'm not planning on getting it wet. So I just was like, well, I just start all the things that are kitted up, because it's a shame to be kitted up and not started. So these are 2 pieces. Again, I don't think it's been kitted up for 2 years, but I kind of had plans from 2 years. So I got these 2 hangers at the knitting and stitching show that I went to with my mum a couple of years ago. And and I needed to find something that would work. So I also got these, like these linen bands there. So it was like, that's perfect size. This isn't very good. That's the perfect size for that. And that's the perfect size for that one. So it did, I don't think it actually said when I bought the bands what count they were, but I did count them and I double checked. It's 28 count, but actually there's like 62 over 1 stitches that you could do on this one and 88 on this one. So I had to find patterns that would work for that. And I'd followed this designer for a while, Renato Parolin, Italian designer, and he does a lot of these like long and skinny. There's some like trees and some just like designs, so I had to go through them all because I wanted to do some of his designs anyway, but I had to go through and make sure that it would fit. So this first one is called Grande Melograno. It's a terrible accent, but it's pomegranates. I don't think I eat a lot of pomegranates, but it's the whole Hades and Persephone lore that I love. So this stitch count was perfect for the smaller band, and where's it gone? And the heart belt pull. So Hades, Persephone, love, pomegranates, yeah, was all working out. So yeah, the stitching comes out at 28 count over 1. So I've left a little bit at the top for finishing. I'm not too sure how to finish it, but I think I've left enough for it to be. And this is just the start of the top of this pomegranate tree, vine, whatever. So this is a lot of stitching. It is 55 stitches wide by 350 long. And I've got I think I bought, a meter of each of the linen bands. It's not going to take a meter, and it'll probably just, don't think I'll do anything else on it. I might just give away the rest, depending on how I finish it. So yeah, it was a little start, but a start's a start. So I'm glad that I finally found something for that, for the plan of the linen bands and the pull. And then the second one, so the star one is a little bit wider, and with it being a star, I kind of wanted something Christmassy. And again, Renato, there's a lot of Christmas ones, and this is Noel. With lots of sprigs of stuff in there. So this one is 79 wide by 355 long, so it'll be just as long as the pomegranates, but a little bit wider. Now the issue with this one, Renato hasn't said what fabric they use, but it's it's a neutral linen looking, and this white is 3865. Now I started this one. Let's corral this. You can kind of see it on there. It's really hard to see it in real life. And the fact that all the letters are in this, I might have to rethink. So these little berries that will have an accent on them, so it might be better. But with that being the called for colour for the letters, I'm going to have to rethink it. And I don't know if it will be... I just bought a load of DMC satin because I had the Pip and Chip bobbins, so I wanted to fill them up. So I don't know whether it's satin. I mean, it's nylon, so it's not like silk. It's lovely to stitch with silk threads, but you can't always tell looking at it. But the satin that DMC does is 100% nylon, so it has that real shine or reflectiveness. So I don't know if that would help. So I've got the B5200 satin version coming, so I'll have a look at that and see if that would make a difference. But I don't know if the satin would work with like the kind of the linen-y feel. It's kind of a rustic feel to the pattern, and whether it would just look a bit odd. Or actually, what's this one? 613? I can't remember. I've started stitching that. You can't see that at all. I don't know what. Yeah, it's 613, and it's like exactly the same colour as the linen, and that's supposed to be like the highlight to the... So this must be a much darker linen than I've got. It's hard to tell, but the kind of shadowy part on the words, like down there, it's not going to work. So I'm going to have to look at some different colours for that, or maybe different fibres. But the branch looks good. I mean, yeah, you can tell on screen. It's hard to tell in real life. For that white. So I'm going to have to rethink that. But that was my other new start. Wait, I'm classing that as two starts, but they're living together because they're the same designer. It's the same, you know, band kind of thing. So I've kitted up the two. They do share a lot of the same colours. So they're all there. So when I work on that, I think I'll work on a little bit of one and a little bit of the other. Kind of as a group. So then Dee released their third in the series of Let's Make a Statement. So I got right on that. I was waiting on their coffee site, and I think I bought it before they even posted their Instagram post about it, and I was ready because I got my little box. Trans is beautiful. This is a sticker from Ocean at Conscious Euphoria. So this little kit will always contain these 5 flosses for Dee's Let's Make a Statement. And I had a piece of the 28 count navy even weave that I've been using, and I've just ordered some more, so I'm stocked up and ready. Whenever Dee needs to make a statement, I will be there to stitch it. So this is not sure what they call it. Rainbow Capitalism, I think is the subname of it. So it's Queer Liberation will not come from Rainbow Capitalism. So yeah, I got a lot done. I love this rainbow. I am in love with this rainbow. And when I saw it, I thought, oh, if they added more colours. No, it's the same 4 colours. Just looks that good. It's just that good. So again, not using the Brennan needle called for the like the variegation. So I've just said half of this will be blue, the middle will be white, and half of it will be pink. And I'll do the same on the other side. And then I think the rest is as called for. Oh, there's this down here as well that's like split. I've split it up into sections like I did on Boy Wizard. The same kind of white in the middle, pink, and then blue either side. I love it. But yeah, anytime Dee wants to make a statement, I'll be ready. And then the other thing that I started, again, this was something that I bought at the Knitting and Stitching show, that was there. I just hadn't started. I don't know why I hadn't started it. Those silly little rules that I make myself follow. So this is the Christmas collection Gingerbread House from the Nutmeg Company. They were showing at the Knitting and Stitching show, and it was so cute to see all of these little 3D stitched houses and ornaments. And so I think I got a medium size. I think they do smaller than this and larger than this. So you can see the finished size will be 9 centimeters high. So this will just come out and sit on the sideboard at Christmas. So this is an entire kit. So I started this for Christmas in July. So Diana, it is Kismet's birthday, is in December, so she celebrates in July. So this is the little start that I've got. So this is a piece of, I think it's 16 count Aida that came with a kit. So it's just this long piece, and you stitch like the house in one continuous thing, and then you wrap it around some like plastic canvas, and I thought you stitched on the plastic canvas, so maybe that's why I hadn't started. But no, you stitch on the Aida, you wrap it around the canvas, and the canvas like keeps it taut, stands upright. So I'm just going to stitch it and then think about the building later. But this is what I've got done so far. I'm stitching as called for because I don't know what to expect, and I don't want to make changes that I'm going to regret later. So this is the gingerbread of the I think it's just 434. Is 1/1, and the rest is 2 at the minute. And I was like, oh, I want my gingerbread to be gingery, more gingery. But I've restrained, and I'm doing as called for. It's not looking too bad. It is looking a bit gappy, but maybe that's the look, or something will change between now and then. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a bit strange to have this long. I'm scared of kit Aida, because I don't know if there's enough. It seems like it'll be long enough to have enough, because you stitch the sides of the house all in one, the roof, and then there's like a tiny little porch bit as well. So I think it'll be enough, but not enough to put it kind of in a Q-snap, because you have to get right up to the end. So I've just done the holding the edges together with some masking tape. This is the Hello Trickle Fuck the Tories, which you can't really see. Can you see it on there? Fuck the Tories. But I thought it was extra appropriate because it's got the snowflakes on, so it's Christmassy. So yeah, again, happy to get this one started when it's been kitted up so long. The flosses came on a cardboard floss thing, and I had this one from Innocent Bones advent calendar from last year sitting in the wardrobe, so I've transferred to there. A bit more sturdy. So yeah, I think I'm a little bit intimidated by the building, but I'm just going to do the stitching and think about the building later. So that's my Christmas in July. So that was a lot. Wow, that was a lot of stitching. But I'm not mad about it. So haul, I had some, but like not a lot. I got some of the satin threads that I've already put away. It's just TMC satin. I got another piece of the 28 count navy for Let's Make a Statement, so I've got that ready to go if and when Dee makes another. I've got some 28 count even weave on the way for my biscuit nests. And did something else. I can't remember. If it's interesting, I'll show you when it comes next time. So plans. So yeah, Roz gave me or is giving away a copy of her I Prefer Reading pattern to one of my viewers, which was so kind of her. So if you would like to win, comment down below on what you're currently reading. If you like reading, you don't like reading, you prefer listening than reading. I'm gonna look for the word reading, basically. In your comment. Don't say giveaway. This giveaway is not associated with YouTube. Please be 18 or over so I can ask for your details to pass to Roz. It will come directly from Roz, and the PDF it will be a PDF. I won't comment on your comment. I won't ask for any credit card details or anything. Don't get scammed. I will announce the winner, so you have until the next time I film, which will be 2 weeks' time. Might be on the Thursday, might be on the Friday. I will pull a winner just before I film next time. You will have to watch the video to see if you won. It will come from my mouth. And then I will ask you to email me. I just don't want anyone to get scammed, is basically what I'm saying. I would like you to be a subscriber. And I think that's it. Yeah. And if you don't win, I think you should go buy a copy anyway, because it's a fabulous pattern. I think I don't do giveaways a lot. I am at like 700 and something subscribers, but I don't get a lot of views. I'm not 100% on the analytics of stuff, and I'm not sure. But YouTube did email me to invite me to be part of their partner program. And I don't know what to do about it. My husband has YouTube Premium and the Family Premium, so when I watch YouTube, I don't see adverts because I'm part of that premium subscription. If you have opinions on watching ads on Flosstube, let me know. If you're part of a partner program, let me know. I need to do some more research on it, but some insight from those already using it might be nice. If you don't want to comment, you can message me on Instagram. But yeah, I don't want to kind of give up my space for ads if I'm gonna see like a penny of it a month. I'd rather just keep it. I don't know. I'm not sure how it works. If you've got any personal opinions, do let me know. So then my other plans, I kind of have to figure out new plans because I've made all of this mess. I've started a lot of new things. So this was my current plan. So this is my current whip board. So I pick an 11 by 11 project to work downstairs and an 8 by 8 to work upstairs and a 6 by 6 to work while I'm at my desk. I've just added significantly to the number of whips that I have. So I don't know whether I'll have to add some more. I've got some more magnets up here, so that's fine. Move it around a bit. I was watching Megan's Stories and Stitches this morning, and she was talking about using a D20 dice. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, but I love the dice, and I've been to some like makers markets recently, and seen some really cool sets. So I could like roll a dice. I've got 22 whips now. One of them's the D one, so that will be done fairly quickly. Maybe I could find another one that I could like mark off, and then I will have 20 whips and I can roll a D20 dice, and that sounds really fun. I don't know. I have to think of another system. I used to do my tiny decisions wheel. I could use that again. I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what the new system will be. Because I've still got more of these bags with stuff kitted up in them that I wanted to start. So I might have some new starts, even more new starts. I don't think the number of starts or whips bother me that much, because I like having variety as well. Because it might be like certain types of projects that I want to stitch on, and then I'll just have more of those. I might just need a bigger magnet board. It's gonna take some effort. If you've got any ideas, please let me know. Because I need something. Throw the rules out the window with all these new starts. So I need a whole new plan to corral myself again. Other plans. So there's a lot of stitchy stuff coming up. So this weekend, Grace at Innocent Bones is opening up her new studio for like a come and shop, come and meet, come and stitch. Not really sure how it's going to work. Bit nervous about going by myself, but I'm going to put my big girl pants and go down there and support her because she's amazing. So that's this Saturday and Sunday, but I've got a kids party on Saturday. So Sunday I'm going to take stitchy time for me and go down there and see what's going on down there. And then the weekend after is the Make and Mend Festival down at Ormondsby Hall. It's where I finally met Jen at Trueveil Stitch Kits for the first time last year. So I wanted to go again this year, and this year was, I don't know whether it was just my head couldn't understand it, but I thought it was like you had to buy a ticket to go to the festival, which included like a workshop, but I don't drive, so my husband has to drive me. and I didn't want to buy a ticket for him, but apparently it's just, you can just go to the market bit on the Saturday, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to see Jen again, and Hayley from North Star Needlecraft, who I originally followed because she makes like makeup bags and stuff. So I asked her to make me a nappy bag for Anna for while she was at nursery. Because I liked like the box bags. Anyway, she like kindly made me some of those, and then she's exploded over the past year, I think. She was featured on This Morning, which was amazing for her. But she shows it at these festivals or these markets as well. And I think, only from speculation on Instagram, because I think her and Jen go to a lot of the markets together, and I think Jen might have influenced Hayley to make some project bags for crafty people. So I'm very excited to see what Hayley has to offer there, because like I said, my the project bags that I love, Tracy's not making them anymore, so I need a new supplier. So hopefully Hayley has something to offer. I'm sure it'll be lovely. Can you hear that helicopter? That was loud. I'm sure it will be wonderful. I have to get my head around my plans to see what I need, but I'm sure there'll be something that I can support her with. So yeah, I think that's all my plans. I haven't actually said what I'm going to stitch on. I don't know what I'm going to stitch on. Tune in next time to see what Helen stitched on. Yeah. And then some life stuff if you're interested. So I talked a couple of videos ago about wanting to get an autism and ADHD assessment. The autism bit of that is starting, so I got a very, very long form to fill in about a lot of stuff, and then somebody that I know has to fill in another form, so I'm going to get my husband to do that. And then wait and see. I'm not sure what the next part of that is, how long it will take. I think I've filled mine out. I have to go back and check that I've done all of the sections. But I tried to do it as soon as I got it, so I wouldn't get distracted and forget about it because of my ADHD side. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date when anything happens. It's just that I know that I'm on their list and I'm being looked at. So I'm waffling now. I don't know where I'm at. But yeah, hope you have not too many difficulties. Watch out for untrustworthy people. Is that what we said? I can't remember. It's thrown me. It's completely thrown me. I love you. Bye.